opportunity? Did you see anything on tape that you feel like you guys need to work on in particular ahead of Arizona?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things to work on, but I thought we played really well in the game. That was the most explosive game we've had in a while. Tons of big plays, and we got our passing game, kind of unleashed our passing game a little more than we had in prior games because earlier in the season we didn't need to. This game they were pretty determined not to let LJ get involved, and so we decided to throw the ball down the field a little more, and it was I thought the execution was really good.
We've seen you come out early in these games, the last few, and throw it down the field, if not the first play and the first few plays. Is that by design?
Yeah, we've always kind of been that way. We're a team that we want to run the ball, and play action pass is our bread and butter, and so yeah, there's no sense in waiting. We're gonna always be aggressive.
Did you have? Were you anticipating them to kind of come up, bring their safeties up, and to stop the run and stop those?
It's 5 games in a row now we've had defenses do something different than what they'd shown on film, and we've been sort of brainstorming what those reasons are. And but yeah, they were very determined not to let LJ get off to a good start, and so rather than forcing it, we just said, okay, well, if they're going to play like that, we're going to throw the ball, and so that's what we did.
You've been seeing the ability from Bear in the passing game in practice that he showed against West Virginia.
Yeah, he's a really good passer, and he showed it in the game. And like I said before, the 4 games prior to that, we didn't really need to throw it that much. And each game we've thrown it a little bit more and kind of opened things up a little more. But yeah, he's a very capable passer.
Arizona's defense is shown to be really good so far this year. What are you seeing from them? What's made them be so successful so far this year?
They're very good. They have a unique scheme. Coach Gonzalez is a Rocky Long disciple, and they do a really good job. He's an excellent coach. They run a good system, and they have good players. And they'll be the best defense we've played so far this year. They're top 4 in our conference in everything. And I think they're number 2 in the nation in pass defense and number 1 in our league. And they stop the run. They're very committed to stopping the run. I'm very impressed with them and have a lot of respect for them.
Pretty ball hawk heavy. They take the ball away.
Yeah, they have, I think, 7 interceptions, which is first or second in our league, maybe tied for. They make a lot of plays on the ball. They have a good pass rush. I mean, they're just very good all around.
Do you have an updated timetable on Sione Moa and JoJo? Just what are you guys expecting for potential return timeline?
I don't know exactly, but they'll both be out for a little while. Yeah.
As you look at LJ, you talk about these teams trying to slow him down. What can you do? Is it just getting the passing game on film to force them to back off?
I mean, once we started throwing the ball down the field, then he got loose on some runs. It's just those things balance each other out.
Rex looks like an athlete. Do you think we're going to see a little bit with him?
Yeah, he was supposed to play a little more the other night, and it just didn't work out. But yeah, he's part of our. He's one of our better athletes, and we have some good things for him.
How highly do you guys value obviously holding on to the ball, the 3 turnovers and the like? How much of that is an emphasis?
Well, I'm not going to freak out about it in one game because we went 4 games with 0, and I think we're still top 10 in the country in fewest turnovers. It is an issue though in that one game, and if it continues to happen, then that's a problem. But a couple of them were the one on the option play. Their guy made an unbelievable play. I mean, that's our best run play for 2 years, and sometimes we live a little dangerously with that pitch. But we haven't fumbled one in 2 or 3 seasons, and he made a really great play. And then the interception was a screen pass that we scored out to Parker earlier in the game on the same play, ran a different version of it, and they didn't rush hard that time, and they made a good play. But possessing the ball, the way we carry the football, that's something we have to be demanding about of all of our players. And so, yes, 3 turnovers is too many. On the other hand, as long as that trend doesn't continue, we're not going to panic. We're going to just keep doing what we do because we have taken very good care of the ball overall for the season.
How impressed have you been with your receivers and their ability to get yards after the catch this season?
Good, yeah. I mean, Chase, Parker, these guys make people miss. They're strong. They break tackles. Cody Hagan as well. And we know JoJo's capable of that, so we're hoping to get that back at some point too. This is a huge part of our offense, yes.
Kalani said that Parker kind of got back to his normal self. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah. He just got off to a little slow start just because of how much time he missed in fall camp. He didn't practice very much, and you know, even the best players need to practice, and I think I know he did. He had less than 10 pass attempts from Bear in fall camp, and now those pass attempts are starting to accrue in practice, and it's showing up in the games.
So would you say the run game is going to be a big key to winning the game on Saturday?
It's always a key. You know, we're a team that wants to, you know, we want to be a balanced offense. We want to be able to run it and throw it in any situation. And so, yeah, these guys it's very tough to run the ball against these guys, but we have to find some ways to keep them honest, you know, and have some balance. Yes.
I don't know how you measure this, but when to your point about Parker and Bear maybe having very limited reps before the season, how would you say just Bear's chemistry with the receivers as a whole has come along, and now, you know, 5 games in?
It's progressing well. It's on schedule. You know, we still have a lot of work to do, a long way to go. We haven't, you know, there's a lot left to prove still, of course, but they are getting better every day just by working together. It's just how it goes. You know, the more you play together, the more chemistry you develop. You think back of, you know, Jaren Hall and Puka, or Zach Wilson and Neil Pau, or, you know, whatever, those guys, it just develops over time.
What is something that you do want to see from Bear that maybe he hasn't shown you yet in games that you feel like he still has that ability?
Just keep getting a little bit better each game. There's nothing glaring. There's no one thing. I just want him to just keep improving. I thought last game he played an outstanding game. There was a couple of plays he could have done better, but played very well.
You mentioned coordinator's corner. You think this is the hardest 6-game stretch upcoming in BYU football history. Is there any way to quantify that in your mind, other than just perception?
First of all, no team ever played 6 Power 5 teams before, and prior to the Big 12 era. And then these are good football teams. Starting with this one right here, Arizona is a very good team. They're playing good ball, and we know they have a great quarterback, and they have a very good defense, and we're playing on the road. It's going to be a huge challenge.
Is there any concern from you and the coaches about any potential look ahead from your team, or are you guys pretty locked in?
No. These guys have our attention for sure. I mean, all you got to do is turn on the tape. They haven't given up a passing touchdown yet this year. Nobody's been able to run the ball on them. They fly around and hit people, and their only loss was at Iowa State, which that's not an easy place to play. So yeah, everybody, we respect this team a lot.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you, Coach.
Questions for Bear?
Hey, Bear.
Hey.
How good was it to really throw the ball more than you have to this point in the season against West Virginia?
Yeah, it felt good. Had a lot of explosive plays, and yeah, it just felt good. We got to keep going.
How do you go about it? You had the first 2 turnovers in your career, but you bounced back in that game with some pretty spectacular plays immediately afterwards. How do you keep the mindset just to move forward?
Yeah, I've harped on it a lot. Coach Sataki harps on it a lot. It's just the culture at BYU and the brotherhood that we have, and just knowing that if we just play as one team, we'll bounce back.
So how have you felt as far as making adjustments, like whether it's halftime, whether it's on the bench, where maybe they didn't, coach said they haven't shown you exactly what the defenses haven't shown you what you thought they were going to do so far this year. How comfortable are you in making those adjustments with coach?
Yeah, very comfortable. It's a testament to the coaches and just the players executing.
A-Rod was talking about the fact that these defenses really geared up to try and slow down LJ's, and he said that obviously when you start throwing the ball down the field, it finally opens things up. Did you observe that same thing in that West Virginia game? You hope that's something you guys can balance going forward?
Yeah, you always want to be able to run the ball, and you always want to be able to pass the ball. So you just got to keep going.
What's made your midline? It looks like for me it's a midline read option. You went up the middle there. What's made that such an effective run play in your mind?
The boys up front, just they get great movement, and we try and make somebody wrong, and try and gash them.
How nice has it been to see Parker kind of step up as that second option behind Chase as a wideout?
Yeah, it's been great. He's a great receiver, and he's shifty as HE double hockey stick, and he's just a great player.
Would you have said that if you were still at Stanford, or would you have said that real word?
No, I guess heck. I'll say heck.
The chunk plays that you guys really showed against West Virginia, how gratifying was that to kind of get that part of the offense going?
Yeah, it was really gratifying. You always want to be explosive on offense, and fortunately we had more explosive plays in that game. So if we can just keep that going, and we're headed in the right direction.
What are your personal focuses going into this Arizona game this weekend?
Yeah, just continue to make good decisions and have a great process, and just execute the plays that Coach A-Rod's calling.
Back to Parker a little bit. Do you feel like Friday night was the best you've seen him play? And I mean, you're a pretty limited sample size, but still your sample size here.
I mean, no, he's been balling out. I mean, I guess he's getting a lot of attention right now just because he had 100+, but he's been doing that every day in practice and every game. We just, it kind of just showed up that Friday night. But Parker's Parker. Everybody knows who Parker is, and he's a great player.
Did you see what Kalani said to Jim Rome about your name? Yesterday?
I don't. No,
okay.
I didn't see it. No.
He said you have to have a name like that. You have to be a bad A.
Oh, okay. I guess so. Yeah. I guess.
Reaction?
Oh yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Bruce Mitchell and his job moving to center this year. It looks like he's been getting you the ball, nicely.
Yeah. Having Bruce as up front, play caller and another mind on offense that you can count on, and it's just nice having him as a kind of security guard up there, and yeah, snaps our money, and so we just got to keep that going.
What stands out most about this Arizona defense? They got a pretty good reputation as a ball hawker.
Yeah, they you look at them statistically, and you watch film, and they just pop out, and yeah, I mean, you look at their last games, and the play caller, and they got a great scheme, and so we got to bring our A game.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Jason, how are you?